Recording in progress. I love that. I love it. So, hi everybody. Today's October 24th. Welcome to MVP Office Hours. If you're supposed to be somewhere else, I'm sorry. You tell your employer you're late. But we're glad you're here. um, to start things off, we do have our next meetings coming up on November 7th, the 21st, and the 5th. We shuffle through Thanksgiving in the US there. Registration is bit.ly/MVPOH. Well, you all know that because you're registered and you're here. And then if you have to drop off, you can catch the recordings later because Squire's really good about posting our recordings. Again, this is Global. Hi, I'm Joy. And my friend Squire is here. Squire, there you go. If we didn't introduce ourselves, apparently this is something I'm really bad at, but it'll get better. So there are some upcoming events. I'm not going to be going to Down Under Dreamin', but I am going to Florida Dreamin' in Tampa. And then we've got the Agent Force World Tour coming through, and I will also be at that in Chicago if anyone else is bopping around. And then I didn't really jump into all the Dreamin' events in between, but TDX and Tableau and Connections are all on the calendar. So those are some big events that you might want to put on your calendar so that you can make it there later. And if you want to check out the events calendar yourself, the links are on the screen and we can pop those into the chat. I'll get those after we move on to the next slide.
I'll take it. You keep going.
All right, thank you. They're in the speaker notes where. Rules of engagement, please everyone share your experience with us, but let's keep it professional and light and fun and respectful. If you have a question, post it in the chat or raise your hand or use the little button on your toolbar that says hand raise and we'll get you on the list. Please do not share anything that's private or proprietary. Only share things that are public facing because we are recording and we are posting on YouTube. Thank you. And then no AI, no transcriptions, please and thank you. We'll bop you right out of here. We want to have fun. So again, professional, positive, and we are recording. So I think I said that enough times and you all hear when it said recording. If you have questions in between meetings, you can use the MVP Office Hours Trailblazer Community Group. The QR code is on the screen. Also, Squire will throw that link in the chat as well. So that's our rules of engagement. And Pat's here. Pat, how was Dreamforce? Did you have a good Dreamforce? Good. I heard you were there, but I didn't see you. And I was like, how did I miss Pat?
I was there.
I saw Pat for like 8 seconds, then I got a call from work and I had to run out of the session and I never saw her again.
Yeah.
She went missing. She went missing. Do you want to walk through the issue you posted in the in our community? Because we can bring this up too.
I don't even know if I have it anymore.
I'm glad, but you
posted
it.
Got figured out.
You posted it, so we're gonna have to look
Right.
at all this.
Okay, here's the deal. When you go from several profiles to one profile and permission sets, there's a whole lot of pitfalls and holes you can fall into. Even if you know everything the people in your org do, which I do not, because something will crop up that, hey, so and so does this. Oh, okay. But like, I got a thing from, we have a third party doing some things on our Experience Cloud site. Okay. So I gave them access to the Experience Cloud site, but if you don't give them either modify all or modify metadata, then they still can't do anything. So I did not know that till this morning. So they get back with us and they say, hey, our user, he still can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. So, and they told me what the error message was. They either have to have modify all, not getting it, or modify metadata. So I made up a modify metadata permission set and gave them that. And I haven't heard from them since. I just pinged them again and said, hey, is this working as expected? But there are so many pitfalls that you can fall down that, so even if you think you know everything everybody in your company does in Salesforce, you're going to have a few road bumps. Okay. And what I have done, if it's something that just one or two people do or a few people do it, I've created a permission set for it. If it's everybody in that group, then I added it to their permission set. So
Why
that was
not?
the problem. Campaign members, you got to add some other muckety muck. Oh, I didn't have also probably some object or something. I don't know. But so.
So Pat,
Okay.
so I hear your frustration. Let's pivot that into positive advice. So I just want to make sure I say it back to you. So you're right. There's some complexity with the profile to permission jump. It's not magic. It requires some attention. But at the end of the day, you had a permission set that represented a persona that did most of what they needed, but you found a new permission that needed to be assigned. And in that case, regardless of how terrifying modify all might be, you created a unique permission set for that permission and assigned it uniquely to the people who needed it. And then did you say at the end there that then you had to make a group to combine the two of them, or is it unique enough that you're just doing a one by one, maybe with a timer on it or something like that?
I did not make a group,
Okay.
but I made it like modify metadata and added the word Experience Cloud, so you would know that it's for Experience Cloud or connected to Experience Cloud before you have to get into it, dig into it to figure out what it's for.
Sure. And when you say it's for Experience Cloud, like, is it the builders or is it the users of Experience Cloud that you're granting this to?
Builders.
Okay. And they're people that you're granting this to for a limited amount of time, and there's a limited number of people. Is that true?
Not a limited amount of time, because
Oh,
this is a third party vendor he does Experience Cloud work on our Experience Cloud site. And so that's why I did not want to give them modify all,
yeah. I mean, definitely. I'm on the same page with you. So,
even though they probably don't do something, but let's just give them the lesser, because that's why you have permission sets
yeah.
to. So, yes.
Okay. And then, okay. So then, like, maybe the last point, and then we can move on is, so having done that, what is what is there any positive advice what would you recommend to the next person that has to do something like this? Was there any lesson learned, or is that just like that's the pattern you should use? Like give me some more, like give me a takeaway from that story.
The lessons learned are: one, tell people several times ahead of time what you're doing, but also tell them there may be some things that they can't access that they used to access or that they need, and to just let me know that you need that, and that you're doing the best you can, but you're trying to. One of the caveats I put is that this is a Salesforce best practice, and our IT security would like for us to have this too. So it
Okay.
just gives you access to the least amount of stuff you need, not like all open like it has been in the past.
Perfect.
Hey, sorry. I don't
It's
know if we
okay.
troubleshoot this on the last one, and if I need to take this off, let me know. I have something else I can dawn on.
Are you talking about your costume? Leave it on. It's great.
What was the user's permissions against a campaign? Because campaign members inherit the user's access to the campaign. So like, what's the OWD or sharing setting rules around campaigns in your environment?
It was the reason they could not access the campaign was because there was some custom object that had no access.
I'm trying, sorry, I want to jump to where Squire was going, but I was like, fundamentally, I'm trying to get back from like base. I understand you resolved it, but the resolution sounds scary to me as well. So I wonder if there's even more least privilege that can be applied to.
You're conflating two different things. One was an Experience Cloud problem, and the question that I had put in the on the Trailblazer group was for a different problem.
Oh,
So we got two
So
different
that's what I'm
problems.
saying. Like, I'm trying to understand, okay, which one are we addressing? I guess I'm confused. Maybe it's my wig.
No, you're good.
All right.
I was
Campaign.
really hoping you just dyed your hair.
So-
Campaigns, that problem was that they could not access there was a custom object or that had not been, that they had no access to. So that's in the rear view mirror, okay? The permission sets deal is that a lot of you know 100% of what the people in your org do, what they need access to. When you're at a small company, you have people that are maybe in a group, like our
Mhm.
SDRs. Maybe just one of them does this one particular part that nobody else does. But I don't know that. So that's where the permission sets had a glitch. And when to give access to the third party company to work on our Experience Cloud site, okay, I gave them access, so it showed up work. What is it? Something in Builders, Workspace and Builders. That all showed up. But then when they clicked on it, they needed either modify all access or modify metadata access. And the lesser of the two evils was to create a new permission set called modify metadata access permission.
So if I could, I just want to close the loop on that, Pat, just because I think you said a lot there. I think maybe the biggest advice or the most important advice I think from what you experienced and the takeaway, in my opinion, is I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the ADKAR model of change management, but this is a great example of, because this is such a complex and sometimes difficult change, and there's going to be the situations you were dealing with, Pat, the idea of like ADKAR's model is make them aware, build some desire, share some knowledge, then give them the ability, and then reinforce. So in the case of this, because so much of it is not putting it in their hands, it's more of awareness. It's like having good communication early to say, we're making some changes. There may be some challenges. Here's how you get there. And then you continue to kind of reiterate on that as along with talking about benefits. But I think maybe the one thing, and Pat, I know you were kind of giving it off the hip there. The biggest message I think from all of this is like, don't use best practice or Salesforce said as a shield or a sword in any communication. It's the reality, it's the considerations, but like sometimes it takes away your like the trust level if the message sounds like, well, that's just the way it's got to be. Sorry, like it doesn't give you credibility to be able to solve the problem. But if the message is, we're Salesforce is recommending a change in our model, we know how to do that, but there's going to be some complexity there, and we're going to work together to get there. It really puts a big spotlight on you to be successful, not to be the person to yell at. So I think there's a lot going on there underneath the problem you're solving, and I mean, we talked about a ton of that at Dreamforce last week about just empowering admins to be be their best and not let technology or the future of AI and agents to like take that away from you. And so this is a great opportunity, I think. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox.
Got it.
I saw a post and then lots of commentary. Michael and Mike are fixing a hyperlink issue in the chat. No?
Well, we are failing to fix it in the chat.
Oh. Why don't we start at the beginning without, just in case anybody missed the original, and just see if anybody's got some thoughts, and then catch us all up with all the chat.
Absolutely. I'm going to share my screen. I promise while I am showing you production, I am showing you nothing sensitive. We just are deploying and it's all fake data.
We love
Okay.
that.
Yes. Okay. This is a site. It is the second site for this client. That's that. I have a two-part question. We're going to solve hopefully the first one, and I might live with the hard code. This is the second site for a client just deployed this morning. You can see we have in this list view, we have the referral object name link. That one works as expected. If I click it, it would load. I'm not going to. We want to be displaying the name of the person and the referral. And then when the user in the site clicks it, load said referral in this tab. If, however, I click this right now, it opens it in a new tab. Oh gosh, and don't worry about it. And I don't want it to do that.
You want underscore self, not underscore blank.
I have underscore self. I have
Well, I
been
thought you-
using underscore self forever. It doesn't work. So the
Well,
real
why did you break it?
Yes, exactly. So question one is, what the hell? Why is it ignoring self? Question two, if we get to it, is Mike, when he posted in the chat that his first instinct, I'll blow this up a little bit. His first instinct was that this shouldn't actually all be there, or some or none of it should be there. It should maybe start with /s and then go into the ID. Better yet, in my opinion, would be to start with nothing and just the ID. But if we don't put /DCFJC, it redirects to this client's other site, also, by the way, and in a new tab. The other site being not the one this user who's going to click it has access to. So I hate the fact that I've hard-coded DCFJC, but I can live with that. If I would really not like to live with the self part.
Well, since you have two, you have to specify in the URL. I don't think you're going to be able to get away with not.
Okay. It
Because
can't just be referred to the site I'm currently in.
no, you need a greater level of specificity now because you have that.
Okay, I can live with that.
Do you have any like do you have any custom Java
No,
on that site?
no.
I mean,
And so-
my only other thought is, have you tried just doing it in a way that makes it work?
What way would that be? I mean, yes, Mike, I definitely have,
Okay.
and none of them work.
Could it have something to do with the published state? Like because there's one published site and one unpublished site, or
Nope, both are published.
both are published?
Does it need to say target self?
So I tried all the things I could think of to do something with that. If you go to the hyperlink function, target is, it essentially, I think it's going to merge in the word target equals.
But does it?
I can't tell.
Can't you right
Well,
click on the link
yeah.
and get it and look at it
You mean like go here and hover over
Copy.
this?
and
Yeah.
copy the link? and
Copy
then
pasta.
paste it somewhere?
It's just / the name of the record ID.
So it does not have the target in it.
It does not seem to have the target in it.
Yeah.
What is,
so let's,
is that the same link that you get for the referral name?
You mean if
If you do
no.
the same thing there.
Interestingly, oh, I just clicked it apparently. I want to right click it and copy the link. There, it ends with /R40302. Anyone know why?
Because that's the friendly name of the record. And I don't know why it's showing up there, but it is.
Can you make the links look the same?
So /S/referral and then the ID. Sure.
And
Yeah,
let's try
then,
that.
and then
That's
that
interesting.
lowercase
I've-
version of the name.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that /S business too. Like I would.
Well, okay. In order to test one thing at a time, I'm just adding /S. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty
they may not fix it, but I think you want that no matter what.
I know you think that, but I'm pretty sure that causes it to now redirect to the when I didn't refresh. That causes it to now redirect. Oh no, that just causes it to break, straight up break. It won't load.
Cool. But now let's do the
but add it-
target.
All
Let's
right.
add with the
/S/referral and then the target part. Okay. So wait, so you're suggesting we now get rid of this /self after the comma?
Leave it,
Leave
but
it?
you need the slash after referral.
Okay, / after referrals.
You do. I do
weird.
like a / after referral.
Where
You could
no,
put it
no,
at the
no,
front,
no,
like
no,
where,
no.
yeah, like take
You,
that out.
after the word referral,
sorry,
you
yeah.
need a
sorry.
slash before
Yeah,
the ID.
just-
But do we not need that part where it did the /R0002?
One
Try
thing
it
at a time,
without
and
that
take that
first.
extra
Alright,
slash out of there. Like, even all your live editing of things.
Okay. No, refresh. I gotta go back. I'm refreshing this just to be certain. All right. Yes, thank you.
Yay!
I love MVP office hours. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Linda.
That was all Linda. I didn't say anything.
Oh, this is amazing. Yay! All right, so Michael Clotter is resolved for now. If you haven't seen Michael's website, you should check out freelikeapuppy.tech because he talks about permissions there too. We have Chris Hoffman. Welcome to the call. We're excited that you're here. You've got some questions. Do you want to run through your question? You're on mute still.
Your first
Okay.
MVP OH, by the way.
Yeah, welcome.
We always have this much fun. You should come more often.
Good afternoon. Yeah, this is great. Well, I just had one of my coworkers shared this with me today and said that this call was coming up, and I said, "Hey,
Who's your coworker?
Will Moeller."
We
He's
know
on the call
Will.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Will. Thank you.
So yeah, just recently we've had gone up on the Service Cloud. Actually, we had another business unit using it, but not nearly as intense of where we're at now. And there's just a couple of nuances that come up here and there. This isn't, nothing major, but it's a little confusion around some of the notifications that users get with queue setup. And I believe there's another setting in support settings. So with the question that I had posted there, in that support settings, there's a checkbox to notify case owners based on reassignment. And then when we're building out some of these queues, there's a separate checkbox in there that says you can notify owners within that queue of cases that have been assigned to that queue. So just wondering, do both of those go hand in hand? Does one take precedent over the other? How exactly does that work? Just trying to figure out clarity there.
Before we go too far, Anne, you're ridiculous. So what I'm hearing is like it's the notify on reassignment to the owner, but are they also going to get a duplicate notification, or is it like,
well, we've got
what's the question?
in the support settings, let's say we've got that notify owners of, when case ownership changes. We have that turned off. So
Okay.
with that being turned off, in the queues, when you're building out who the individuals are that belong to the queues, there's a separate setting in there that says enable notifications to those within the queue when a case is assigned. Which one is the driver there? What's the master?
So the support settings is determining the default behavior for all support queues.
Okay.
Within a queue, you can override the default behavior. And then additionally, if it were off within a record, you can override. So when you go to change, there's that checkbox and like I reassign a single record.
Right.
I can choose to check that box, which will make that
Yes,
notification
instantly
go,
send that notification.
right? So it's basically just like, what do you want your platform default to be? What do
Mhm.
you want the default for this queue to be? What do you want to happen right now?
But isn't there also the issue with, for a queue, you can have like an overarching email for that? Like a group-based email for
You
that
can
queue?
within a queue, you can set
And,
that, yeah.
and that checkbox also has to do with whether, when you have that, do the email notifications go to that single email or do they go to the individual members' emails?
I think it goes to whom you assigned the record to. So if I assign it to the queue and I check that and the queue has an email, then it would
That
go
doesn't
to the
make
queue's,
sense, because a lot of
right?
times the email is the email to case, and that would just create a never-ending loop.
Well, yes, that would be terrible. Don't do that.
Right.
I don't think it does that.
And this might not be part of Chris's question, but I will tell you that the clients I've worked with before, when they're doing the queue and they set it up, it's emailing them, hey, there's a case, hey, there's a case. And
Right.
so I've had clients, and let's just pretend my client was called ABC Plumbing, they would actually create some weird Gmail, abcplumbing@gmail.com, and put that in the queue email so that it goes to something no one's ever going to check if they do not want it to alert them.
Well, I mean, I guess in that case, can you just put a .invalid email in there and it not work as well?
I believe
And
the
they-
answer to that is yes, because I don't think it's verified.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
I believe I mean, check that out, but
Okay. Well, that was helpful. Thank you.
yes. All right. So let's see, where are we at? 1:30. Oh, we are cruising.
Yeah.
So we've got James and then Pat. So James, you had a question about merge fields and a lightning email template with the contact object. So do you want to talk to us more about this?
That would be lovely. Let me just get rid of this real quick. And then
And if, or if someone wants to tell me their favorite candy, I'm looking for inspiration.
favorite candy?
Yeah. While we're waiting for you to pull that up.
Tartan Tinies.
Tartan Tinies. I haven't seen those in a minute. Those are great.
You know, it made me think of
there's a
Wacky
store here
Wafers.
that sells them. They have those too.
Ooh, yeah. Those are hard to come by.
Nice.
They come in a little sleeve with like the really big ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go and I buy the Tartan Tinies in the big box. So I get like 30 packages at a time.
All right, moving on.
Never had it.
James, here we go.
All right, so this is this is just a sandbox trailhead. I'm either doing something wrong or this just doesn't work. But so this is the Lightning email template.
Mhm.
And I've got the contact object as the, what do they call it? Related entity type. And I'm trying to just simply put in a, dear first name. And so with the contact, the merge field for first name is, and I see lead and contact. It ends up being recipient.first name, just like that, right?
Mhm.
If I run that, I get this error, and I've put the error in chatty, and nothing really that I can resolve. It says it doesn't recognize the prefix of recipient, which sort of makes sense to me because it's a contact, it's the object is actually contact. If I let's see, and I just made a simple flow just to debug it, to try it out. So if oops, not that. if I send just a simple email with no template, where's my mail? I get, give it a second, and it sends and it does the mail merge. So the notion of the flow works, and
Don't close this just yet. Go to
okay.
the details of this, because you should be able to see what the
The flow
parameters being passed
canvas.
in are, and see if it's doing what you think it's doing before it even sends this.
This guy for a
Yeah.
decision.
Well, we're gonna look at all of them, but
Okay.
let's make sure that even though what you did works the way you expected, it might not
Right.
be working the way you wanted it.
Okay.
So we kind of want, I think,
Yep. Step through it.
like Lynn and I are both thinking like, well, what's getting passed into it, and what does it know where the point of origin is, things like that. So
Got it. Do you want to see the actual send email?
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So here's, what is it? Okay. So it's passing in the email body.
Yep.
And I guess this is the merge field that's already resolved. Is that accurate?
No,
Ex-
that looks
so
like
it's
it's
basically
hard
built-
coded.
Yeah, it's like building it, right? So it's just taking the character returns out of it.
But it's coming from the body here, the text
Right, so you
template.
you built the text template there. Okay, that's fine. The other
So
way, in the other
yeah.
path, though, you're using that lightning template. So you've got
Yeah.
what?
So
Can
the
you
light,
show
this
me
one.
the- No, I don't need to see that. The component in the flow that has that.
Oh, okay. Got it. So let me go to edit, and this is, let's see, what does this do? What's the glue? The glue between the email template is the email alert. And the email alert is sending this template, which is the email template that I showed you that has the recipient dot first name. And then this is getting sent to the email field of the recipient, which would come from this email field drop down. Does that make sense?
But that's an email field that exists on the contact record.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We
Can
use
you sorry,
yeah,
can
go
you
ahead.
hit the recipient type drop down list again one more time?
Recipient type.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, this one. Yes. Yep.
Actually, that might not. Is that?
Because that would be,
right?
isn't that the email action field as opposed to the related contact dot email?
I don't know.
No, this is the email field that comes from the what do they call it? The related object, the
Not
related
necessarily.
entity type.
It might not be. Oh, I know what she's saying.
The
I don't know how to explain it.
So can you
So
switch that to contact real quick, please?
you can't.
Change this
the
one.
Related contact?
contact.
Mhm.
Related contact.
In the
Instead of
middle of that
email
list.
field, yeah.
Oh, instead of this, pick
No.
something else.
Yes.
I would have left that. alone.
Sure.
Yeah, change that to related contact.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. No,
No.
it just shows the
No.
reports too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
no,
tried.
email field is it.
Yeah. I mean, I could just to get that out of the. I'm the
No,
contact.
but you
I
don't
can
want
just send.
contact owner. You want to send it to the actual contact though, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so
But I
I
was
think
thinking
it's-
just for debugging.
Yeah,
But
it's probably is email field then.
yeah, that's the email field. We use these a lot with custom objects. So this
Okay,
populates
so
with,
here's the deal. You created an email alert. An email alert is a workflow action. The action though you put in your flow is using a template. It is not using the send email alert.
this side
Oh, it
is
says email
using
alert.
the email alert.
Record
No?
ID equals, no, you're right there. Record ID equals contact ID.
Because the record ID, The record we're working with is the contact.
Right.
So I think that's right.
But that's text. That's not. Can you hover on the little help icon?
This guy?
The ID of the record, such as account or custom object. So you're passing the ID, but
Yeah. I'm passing the ID of I'm passing the ID, the record ID because
when
it's a screen
right.
flow.
But
So-
you said record ID, contact ID. That screen flow is running. That record ID itself is a contact ID, or that record itself is something else?
The record ID is the contact ID of the
So it's just the 18 character or?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so I don't think you need the record ID with the greater than. I think you just need record ID.
Yeah, you're actually digging down to
Oh.
the related contact ID of the record ID that you're starting at by using that logic.
So can you scroll down? No, he
Yeah,
made it a
this-
record variable, that's why. He didn't pass a text, he passed a record.
Okay.
But
got
you
it.
don't you want record ID.id in this case?
Yes.
Because you want the ID of the record variable, not
Okay.
the ID of the contact related to the record.
Yeah, if you scroll down, you should see ID in that longer list. See,
Like that guy?
No.
Just click on that, don't. I was
Okay,
gonna say don't exit,
let me
but
just, I'll go
pull
slow
it
here
Scroll down.
and then just scroll down.
It's gonna be called contact ID when you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to be
Yeah,
down.
type it
It's
in.
going to be
It's
down
right
Document
there.
set
right
up
here.
to dot ID.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, so if you
Yeah.
click on the blue, don't click on the X, just click on the
Yep.
blue for a second. Just click on it.
Yep,
See,
there you
it's
go.
record.id.
Record.id.
Oh, it is doing that. Okay.
Yep.
So you were looking at a related record, which was null.
Relay it.
Just
So
let's save it, activate, test it. See what we do.
activate it and let's debug again, but choose a record. You have to choose a record.
We'll save it. Yeah, save it.
Do you want me to activate it or just debug it?
Just debug it. You don't have to activate it.
Okay, so this
Yep.
is a list of contacts.
Right. So pick a
Right.
contact.
So Ned's a contact. And if I run it, now I'm getting my decision so here's where I would pick my Lightning email template that says use the email alert, which would be the glue for and then here's it.
So can you go up?
Yep.
The
So do you want to
Yeah.
go all the way to the top or how it started?
so you got
So
the
here's my contact, and that's going to be Ned.
Right.
And then the screen flow is basically just going to say,
Right, because you're picking, but then when it
Which-
gets the actual
which
email
option?
alert,
and then my decision is going to say, send it outcome conditions. Lightning template equals. Is this?
so can we
Now
get out
that
of
you
the-
have it running, does it bomb when he uses the other template?
No.
No, it doesn't bomb that way, but
The simple email template where I do everything in Flow works, including the merge
The pick,
field, first
right.
name, and then this is the flow error for
because you've got it from the record that you started with, whereas the email alert is trying to translate recipient
right.
into contact and it's
Think.
not.
Yeah.
In the email alert in the canvas,
Uh-huh.
is there another available input, or was that the only input if I went to advanced?
This
Not-
one?
No, not there, in the flow,
Oh, in the flow. Sorry.
in the flow, yeah. So in the email alert, if I click on advanced, is there anything more?
Oh, I see. Advanced. Got it. No.
There's not. Okay,
No. It's a weird one.
I know this is weird. Are you using email alert or send email?
He's got
I
email
am-
alert there, which is right, which is
Yeah,
but what
email
if he
alert.
did it to send email
I think if you
and-
do it with send email, which
and
is
choose
newer,
and put in a
it-
template?
it'll be
because-
happy.
Email alert might actually be limited to the old classic style email templates.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That is the only thing I would think because it didn't use recipiented.
Send email.
So doing send email,
So I've never
Action.
done send email with template,
template.
whatever.
So somewhere in there
So-
is a template option. So email, configure email content, use
oh,
email
this guy?
template.
Well, yeah, we want to use a template. Do that
Should I go- Okay.
and put in the template.
And then can I search for that? Support.
There it is. The
Oh, test against the I've never done this.
And then your recipient ID.
up at the top, a recipient ID right
It's
there.
below,
No,
below, below.
below. It was
There.
below.
Yeah.
It was right there.
Right here.
So put in
Yeah.
that record ID contact.
This one.
So, yeah,
dot
but
ID.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, .id works, or scroll and find it. If you click out of that box, it'll.
Oh,
no.
you need the capital.
Oh, yeah.
It's capital
Oh, right,
ID.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at this. Okay.
So when you said in your Lightning template recipient, you
Uh-huh.
were saying that you were going to provide it with that information here. And so it is saying, I don't know what this is, but the send email action is better than the old one. And this one,
Oh.
you get to specify that content. There might be a required field up above this somewhere too.
Yeah, sender, I'm sure, but let's
Yeah, but this should work.
recipient. So would this go? Oh, so I don't need the recipient address because we're
Because you've
doing
got
the
it below.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
because you're
Got
using
it.
an email template. That would be.
So
if you're
here
not
we
using-
just need that, or do I have to? I don't think I need this, do I?
I don't know that any of it is because you're using an email. Well, you're not using the email alert. So yes, you're using.
Okay.
But in the template, don't you define the sender?
In the
No, you
template.
don't. No, you don't.
I think you have
Mm,
the option to specify, but you
So
can also
this is
specify
not-
it here.
So in this case, it's not using the email alert.
It's
It's
not
just-
using, right. You don't need the email alert
Uh-huh.
with this.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I would think about it as if workflow is a product that might not be here forever.
Right. So I would imagine this will fail on the second one, but it might actually work on the first.
Yep.
Did you
And-
save it first?
I did.
Send,
Um,
send email was run. You can see the details.
I don't think you did save it because this is still V3, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Well then,
No,
let
he
me,
might have because there's a send email with template that, yeah, it worked.
well, let's
Yeah,
go
there was a
ahead.
We'll
no
check
there
your
that
inbox.
succeeded. in the
Okay.
Check
design.
Ned's inbox.
Yeah, Ned's not getting it yet, but let's do it again real quick. Ned,
So he should have the
Email
failure, but right
deliverability
above,
on.
yeah, that doesn't, that's fine.
Oh.
So right up,
look at this. Well, it
sent-
didn't fail, so that's a plus. So,
We have a new error.
no, this is
No,
the
that
old
was
one.
from the
Oh,
last
this is-
one.
Yeah, so
So I mean-
these are before.
The email alert was removed and then he
But-
saved the new version.
okay, so he removed the email alert and that shows it was
Oh.
run, so you can
Oh,
click on
look
the
at this. You guys did
details.
it. Ah, that's awesome. There you go.
Okay, James, you can check the recording for how we did this all.
Wow, that's fantastic. So I can get rid of, I can stop using email alerts altogether.
Yes.
Yes.
If,
That's fantastic.
where you're using the lightning templates,
Mm-hmm. We have like
You-
100.
you may or may not be able to do it where you're using classic templates.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yay.
Wow.
Yay. This is great. We have one more question in the queue. And we've got about 12 minutes. So yay, thanks for that great
Yes, thank you.
mind bender. Also before we move on, Anne, which do you prefer? The bulk lemon heads or the freeze dried lemon heads? Because these are in my office right now.
The bulk. Oh my God. Where did you get the bulk ones? Oh, well, you're also in Chicago, so.
No, like Amazon.
I mean, the former factory was in Chicago.
Yes. There's factories everywhere, but anyway, bulk candy is a win. Pat, you had a question about email to case and spam.
Yes.
You have 4 Qs. What's the best way to quarantine those for the SDRs and the CSRs? You want a thinking flow to move them somewhere, or a button or a quick action for spam. How do you all deal with spam in your queues? Anyone?
Like
Where's the
a
Krinka?
button that, what?
Where's the question? Sorry.
It's in the
It's way
chat.
up there. It's before the lemon
Here, look.
heads.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got stuck on Lemonhead because now I'm gonna go.
Like go.
I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
right
I'm
before
so
lemon
sorry. It's,
heads.
here we go. It's before the lemon heads. Why did that go that way? Oh,
It-
you guys.
Pat, something that you can consider is if your office, like the company, probably has a spam filter, and
Mhm.
you can divert those emails into your company's spam filter, and
Before
then
forwarding.
and then pass them back to Salesforce. You want to make sure that you're not forwarding, that you're using redirect, which is an annoying nuance, but the impact is when you respond to the email, it goes back to the original sender, not to your spam filter tool, right? Like a tool like Proofpoint. So if the company already has that, you just use the existing technology instead of trying to rebuild it by yourself. I have not seen many successful implementations of spam filters that are homegrown within Salesforce.
No, I don't want to filter it. I just like
So the
the
user,
SDRs and CSRs will come across because they may look like a legitimate question or a legitimate concern. And then when you get to the body of the message, it's like, hey, we want to sell you blah, 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 blah.
so you want
Yeah.
them to be able to flag it as spam.
Yes.
So what I've done at past places was I created a flow that literally would update the record type on the record to a spam record type that users, for the most part, could like they were allowed to move things to there, but then they, for the most part, didn't really see them. And just did that with a button, a custom action on the page, so they could click, hey, when I'm on this record, it's spam, and then it takes care of it, and we're done.
Okay.
I think we did record type, and we also marked it as closed.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And then the other piece we would do is we actually had someone assigned to review those to make sure they really were. And some people would mark things as spam that were not spam.
I don't feel like
and-
this today. No. it
And
doesn't-
once they were checked, meaning that, that person actually had to check a box on the record and save it that way, we had a batch process once a week that would delete them out of the system. Just, because storage costs money.
Okay, let's see if I can recreate or tell you what you told me. Update to a spam record type. And then move them to that custom record type, correct?
Basically, yeah. So you're creating a custom record type. You have a flow basically that allows the user to say, hey, this is spam, but moves it to that custom record type, probably with a closed status.
Does it have to be a record type, or can we just assign it to a different queue? I mean, essentially, you just
It-
need a bucket somewhere, right?
Yeah, but it was to make sure that they don't see it anymore. It was easier to assign it to another record type because that kind of
Mhm.
gets it way out of the picture. And then maybe with that, we have a more restricted like page layout with
So
the
I would look,
spam ones.
yeah, so if we're going with record type, check your sharing rules, right? To have a specific group of people that will review the quarantine. That's what we called it at Cisco, quarantine spam items. And as I mentioned, so depending on your spam tool as well, sometimes they will let it go through, but it'll prefix it with bracket, open bracket, close bracket spam. And that could also be used as input to quarantine, to what Linda was saying.
Okay, and so either I kind of started this and I thought about having, and I had a spam queue. So after it was moved to the custom record type or queue, and it was closed, review them after it's done, have like a checkbox that says they reviewed it, and then a batch process to delete them once a week.
Yeah, like, and you could do like a scheduled flow should be able to handle that, right? Because we can do flow now and we can do leads and flow now, right?
Mhm. You'd have Bailey delete everything that's over 7 days old that's owned by that queue. And be a really easy way to do it. You could have just a button that reassigns it to the queue via flow, or a button that changes the record type via flow, depending on what you want to do with sharing and record access. This process is no different than saying, I need to onboard a new team that's going to be working out of a queue. And no matter what, they delete their cases after a week. Like, don't get caught up in the fact that it's spam. All you're doing is moving it, right? It's just okay, cool. Got a new team. Need to reassign a record. Move on with life.
We don't remove anything, man. They have records going back 10 years.
And
You got a
that's
Salesforce
nothing.
quarter.
Only
Man, that's
10?
I like
scary.
it.
That sounds like a haunted house. Who's calling me? What the
Only,
heck?
wait, only 10 years? What are you talking about?
Oh my
Seriously,
word.
10 years is nothing.
Right. Well, this has been a successful MVP office hour. Square. What do you think?
I was about to go below the line and ask how many people have had to open a support ticket with Salesforce to extend the archiving date on their activities because businesses don't want things disappearing after a year. They want them forever. So,
Did you
but I
did you
didn't
go
do
for the
that.
10 years when you opened your ticket?
I feel like we
I think you can actually go as
mistakenly,
5. I'm not sure, but yeah,
You
it's
can get 10. Push harder.
I feel
And
like
tell anybody that.
mistakenly we're still telling users they'll see it for 18 months, even though it's now 12.
Oh my goodness.
Because for how long it was 18 months.
Agent Ruth has entered the video chat. And you all had a meeting this week? And so I love this. There we go. And Pat's got Ruth too. This is fantastic.
Yay.
Ruth is somewhere on my wall.
Yeah, yes. Thank you all for joining us today. This has been a really great call. And then we're back. What did I say? November something.
7th, I think it
7th.
is.
Hey, yeah, that's a birthday of someone close to me. So don't eat too much candy, or if you do, don't make yourself sick. But
not the
and I
boss of
put the
me.
link, yeah, well, whatever you gotta do. And I put the link for the bulk lemon heads in the chat. You can order 3 pounds of lemon heads at your leisure. And then the rest of you, my favorite candy bar is Take 5, but it depends on the day. Sometimes it's, a chunky bar. Have you guys had chunky bars? They got the raisins and the peanuts and the big old block of chocolate. Anyway. In the spring, it's Starburst jelly
It's
beans.
not a worthwhile bar unless it's mostly chocolate.
It's delicious.
Right.
All right, friends. So that's it.
Specific.
Anything else? Any other parting thoughts?
Yeah, how can I jazz up Agent Ruth because she's looking a little plain.
Pierce her ears.
Glitter.
Her
mean,
pearls.
That's
does
what
she have her
Dominique said. She's like,
pearls?
add some sparkle to her. So okay.
Yeah,
Does she
bedazzle
have
those
her
ears.
pearls?
Or tattoo the ears. There you go.
Tattoo the ears. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed those things. That was preview because I have Salesforce Seance and DFW next week, and those are my contributions.
Those are your props. That's fantastic. All right, friends. Well, you have a great Friday and
Happy Halloween, everybody.
all those things. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank
Bye,
you for
everybody.
saving my butt.
I mean, we got a party going on here today. It
Karma,
was great.
Karma, Michael,
Everyone
you've been
got
there
stuff
for us
done.
too, right?
Yeah, everyone got stuff done today. It was great. Bye.
Bye, all.
Means you have to hang up, friends. Bye. You have to hang up. Bye. See you later, Squire.
Yeah.
Bye.